What we do in the Coast Guard directly impacts homeland security. And I know that each job that I've had, every watch I've stood, ships I've driven, that what we're doing is protecting our nation. And there is a deep sense of patriotism and pride in that. My name is Sheehy. I'm a lieutenant in the U.S. Coast Guard, and I'm the commanding officer of Coast Guard cutter Charles Sexton. I grew up in North Brunswick, New Jersey. We were in a family that were boaters. We didn't grow up on the water. My brother went to the Coast Guard Academy while I was in high school. I can remember taking him to his first day, dropping him off for reporting in, and that's what garnered my interest. So I went for a freshman for a day and just having a feeling that this is where I belonged and this would be a good fit for me. The Coast Guard has instilled the traits of leadership. I get to be in command of ships, get to have leadership roles and opportunities that perhaps my grandmother never had, but I've been able to have. As commanding officer, I oversee entire safe navigation of the ship, all the missions on board that we conduct, and I'm responsible for everyone's safety. The Coast Guard has 11 statutory missions, but they're all centered around saving lives. We are, first and foremost, always a life-saving service. Back in the spring of 2022, we responded to a vessel that was unseaworthy, and it appeared to be a migrant vessel at sea. We noticed that the vessel was actually capsized and that they were holding onto it, sitting on top of the vessel that was capsized and sinking. They were waving their arms. They were in distress. They were visibly concerned and worried. They didn't have any food. They didn't have any water. They didn't have any flotation devices or safety equipment. And once we got alongside and we started taking them off the capsized vessel, there was moments of relief. And we rescued upwards of 15 people. And if we didn't see them waving their arms, if we weren't there, then within 24, 48 hours, a more dire situation would have resulted. And this is just one of over 60 cases that I've responded to in the last year. Another aspect of the Coast Guard is maritime law enforcement, fisheries enforcement, port security, and drug interdictions. One of the most challenging is drug interdictions. In March of 2022, while on a routine patrol, we detected a vessel moving at a high rate of speed in a known drug trafficking area. We launched our small boat. They ran about 40 knots to this vessel. In that moment, there was an adrenaline rush. There were tense moments too, just because you don't know what kind of case you're going to run into. What we do at sea is inherently dangerous, and especially stopping a vessel with suspected drug traffickers on board, you don't know what you'll be faced with. We stopped the vessel, conducted a boarding, and determined that there were 609 kilograms of cocaine, which equates to about $15.5 million of drugs that was prevented from going to the United States. I'd like to serve until the Coast Guard no longer wants me to serve. I still feel really deep feelings of fulfillment. I'm proud of what we do, and I'm proud to be part of the Coast Guard. It's given me more than just a job. I received an education, training, some of my closest friends, and even my family, some of the people I love the most, I've gained from the Coast Guard. There are only a handful of female commanding officers of cutters in the Coast Guard, so it's important to me to lead by example.